Hello everyone. So we will start our practical part, and in this video we are going to see how actually we can create a notebook to run any kind of the Spark job. So if you'll see from a data engineering perspective, Spark is very much important. Even if you click on the workload, right, we have a different kind of the workload option. If we'll go into the data engineering, from a data engineering perspective, these items are very much important in a fabric. One is the Lakehouse, which we have already discussed. Second is the notebook. In the notebook only we write all the kind of the Spark job and Spark code. The third one is the environment. This also is important. We will discuss it later. The fourth is the Spark job definition, and the fifth is the API. Now we are going to see how to create a notebook. So for that you have to go into the workspace, go to the data factory, click on the new item, and in the filter, right, you have to search for the notebook. Search the notebook, click on the OK. You can see one notebook is created, and we will click on the skip to as of now. You can see this notebook is created. Now let's understand one by one all the options. So you can see this is the main workspace, and here only we can write any kind of the code, our PySpark code. This is similar to the Jupyter notebook, or you can say Databricks. In a Databricks also we get a similar kind of view, right? There we write all the kind of the PySpark code. Here also we have to follow in the same way, and we can write any kind of the code here and we can execute that. Now on the top you will see you have option for the save, you have option for the download, you have option for the run. Suppose you have written all the code, and if you want to run, you can click on the run all. And after that we have a connect. So suppose I have written one code, one Python code. Suppose I want to do 4 plus 5. This is a code I am writing. Now if you have to execute, you have to click on the shift and enter, or you can click here. If I click on the shift and enter, this will be executed. Now you can see on the top it started running. So in previous video we have also understand, right, we have a pool. So with the help of the pool only we can execute any kind of the code. So suppose this is the code I have written. To execute that we need a cluster. So you can see within a 5 to 6 seconds this cluster is ready. What is this cluster? This is the starter pool available. Now you can also create your custom pool. You can do all the configuration that we will understand later, but as of now you can understand this standard session is nothing but a, that is a pool, that is a starter pool, and that will be available all the time. Within a 5 second this will be available for you to execute any kind of the code. Now after that you will have option stop session. If you want to stop this particular session, you can do that after 20 minutes. By default actually this gets stop. You can see it will expire in a 19 minutes. So if you are not doing any kind of the activity, after 19 minutes it will be expired. After that you can see here we have option for the PySpark. So you can write a code in a PySpark Python, you can write a Scala code, you can write a Spark SQL code, you can write a Spark R code, and you want to execute any Python code, that is also available, and T-SQL for the analytics, that also option available here. So you can see these are the language which you can use to execute the code. Now next is the environment. By default we are using a workspace default. This also we'll discuss later. Now next is the data wrangler. Data wrangler generally used by data scientist people to transformation, for doing any kind of the transformation. So this option also available. Now if you go to the edit option, you can see suppose I have this particular cell, and if you want to move top or move down, you can do from here. If you want to delete, we can delete from here. If you want to clear all output, this option also available. Next is the AI tool for the data wrangler. For the transformation this we will use. Next is the run. In the run section you can see if you want to stop the cluster you can do that. If you want to schedule it, we can do it schedule from here. Next is the view option, and here you will see all the kind of the few options are available. So this is the main screen. Here only we can write any kind of the PySpark code, and with the help of this we can execute the code. In the left side you can see we have a two options. One is the data item, second is the resource. So if you want to add any kind of the data item like a Lakehouse, we can add from here. You can see if you click on the add data item, you can create a new Lakehouse, or you can add the existing data source also. If you click on the existing data source, suppose I want to add this destination Lakehouse. If I click here, if you click on the connect, that particular will be added. Stop current session. First we have to stop the current session to add this. So I'll click on the stop now. You can see it got added. Now again if you have to add more, what actually you can do, click on the existing, and if you want to add suppose source one, you can add that, click on the connect. This will also be added. Like that the multiple Lakehouse you can add here. Next is the resource. here we have a one resource built-in option. So suppose you have a requirement where you want to upload a CSV file and that you want to refer. So from here you can upload that file and that particular file you can refer. For taking example, suppose you have a few credentials that actually you want to refer in the notebook, so you can upload that and you can refer it. We have a multiple option, other options also available, but here the thing is like you can upload a file and you can refer in the notebook. So this is the two main option. Now if you had to write any kind of the SQL code, I'll show you the couple of options. So suppose here I want to write any kind of the SQL code, select star from table something, select star from table. But if you can see, we have selected a Python, right? Now if I write this kind of the code, it will give me error. It will give me error. You can see expected expression error, this kind of the error you will see. So how actually you can convert this cell into the SQL cell? So we have option. One option is like from here directly you can convert the Spark SQL. If you convert from here, right, everything will be converted into the Spark SQL only. So but what actually we want for a specific cell where you want to write a Spark code, right? The other option is like here, from here also we can change it. You can see bottom it is showing PySpark Python, right? If we'll select the Spark SQL, this will be converted in a Spark SQL. Now here you can write any kind of the SQL code. Now when you have clicked on the Spark SQL, right, you can see percent SQL actually automatically came. So the second way is like if you had to convert into the any of the language, what you have to do, if you write percent Python, then this particular cell will be converted into the Python. If you write percent SQL, this particular cell will be converted into a SQL, and here you can write any kind of the SQL code. And if you write a Python, then you can write any kind of the Python code. So this is the main option you have to remember. Now next thing which I want to show you, suppose I want to give some kind of the heading. Suppose welcome to your new notebook. This particular heading actually I want to give. So as of now you can see this particular cell into the Python, right? But I want to convert into the heading. So what actually we can do? Convert to the markdown cell. If you click here, what will happen? This got converted into the heading only. This got converted into the heading. Now suppose you want to do more modification. Suppose you want to convert this text into the bold. So you have to select this. If you click on the bold, you can see it got converted into the bold. Similarly here also, if you want to convert into the bold, you can do that. Even if you want to make it italic, you can also do that. So like that actually we can do a proper heading. And even if you want to make this as a heading, proper heading, that also you can do. Or if you will select this heading 2, that will convert into the heading 2. Like the based on the multiple headings are available, based on that you can see the size also is getting changed. So these are the different options are available. Through that we can add a heading. I hope you got the idea about the overview. In next video we'll try to do practical and we'll start a PySpark.